What's up YouTube, Dell here from Zephyr, and today I am able to bring you an update to Dragon Rulers post Alliance Insight. Now Dragon Rulers got some amazing new support and the first time for absolutely years. Now as a disclaimer, this is a 40 card version. It does not involve the cash tiers, but if you wanted to, you could add the cash tier version to it. This is the Tenpai version, as I feel it is the best kind of normal summon engine for the deck that will allow it to get as much advantage as possible, as well as giving it direct and easy access from one card into the Chasm, Dragon Ruler of Aurorus, which is absolutely insane because it allows you to basically copy two Dragon Ruler effects, being one as a Foolish Burial and one as a Monster Reborn, meaning that you can lock your opponent under any of the Amorphages should you choose to, but in this version we are going to lock our opponent under a Kokimiru Drago. So with all of that out of the way, please smash that like button, hit that notification bell and subscribe to miss out on any more upcoming content. I will bring you that one card combo at the end of the video as well, so you can have everything in a nice tidy video for you, so you know exactly where you're going to go and what you're going to be starting with. So with all of that out of the way, let's dive headfirst into the profile, starting off with the brand new and amazing Spectral Dragon Ruler of Flickers. So you get to discard this card and a dragon or light monster to add two Dragon Ruler monsters from the deck to the hand except itself. You can banish this card from the graveyard, this card and one dragon or light monster, to then target a Kazama Dragon Ruler of Aurorus in your graveyard and special summon it. You can only use one effect per turn. Now the one thing to note with Dragon Rulers is you will burn through your hand advantage, which is why we do play the Armed Dragon engine in here as well, as that's a way to constantly keep giving you a replacement for every card you discard. We've then got the one brand new Nebulous Dragon Ruler of Mishaps. You get to discard this card and a dragon or dark monster, then target two of your banished Dragon Ruler monsters with different attributes except itself and special summon them. They can't attack this turn. And then you can banish this card from the graveyard, this card and one dragon or dark, to then target an Eclipse, which is the Dark XYZ version of it, from your graveyard and special summon it. Then for the classics, we are on 2 Tidal and 1 Steam, followed up by 2 Tempest and 1 Lightning. Now, of course, if you do go to a 60 card version, you'll be playing a 3 and a 1. We've got 2 Redox, 1 Recton, and then, of course, 2 Blaster and 1 Burner. So, like I said, behind this one, keeping it as a 40 card, the deck might function a little bit better because it does bury some of the bricks at a 60 card level, but you need to make sure that when you're making it a 60 card level, you're increasing consistency as well. So that's why some people do look at playing Sacred Sword of 7. You can also consider that's when you'd be going to free Blasters, free Redoxes, free of your Lightnings and everything else, because then you're going to be maxing out your 7s, which is what you want to see, and then work your way into them. Then for the Tenpai engine, we are on triple Dora Dora, as this is the best normal summon for the entire deck, as this will then allow you to add from the deck to the hand Genroku. You'd summon down the Genroku. You'd then be able to synchro into a level 7 because you'd make this a level 4 tuner. This will then get you into the Bident. Bident can then revive the Genroku, tribute off your Genroku, get you into your Pydra, and then your Pydra can lead you into either Sangan Summoning or Sangan Kaiman. And then you'd activate said Summoning or Kaiman to grab you the Chandra, summon it down, and that's your second level 7 dragon, which can then be overlaid into the Chasma. I am playing the one Fadra just for those grind games. You don't have to play it, you can cut it out if you wanted to, but I do quite like the idea that once I've gone through this, Tenpais are threatening enough going second, which is why you still play an OTK engine for the Tenpais in the extra deck. Still, being able to access the Fadra can give you a bit more of a grind state as well, depending on what you open up with, and I do like it as a nice little option. Then for the Armed Dragon engine, we are on the 1 level 3, level 5 and level 7. Now you can play the Armed Dragon drill hand if you wanted to. I don't own any copies of that. I did consider picking some up. They're only like £5 a copy. It's basically a free level 7 extender by discarding the dragon. But the idea behind each of these is if this card, you get to send one monster from your hand to the graveyard to send this card from the field to the graveyard, and if you do, especially on a level 5 or lower. But if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a dragon monster's effect, you get to draw 1 card. This one is if it is sent to the graveyard to activate a dragon effect, you get to add a level 5 or higher winged dragon monster from the deck to the hand. And then the level 7 is if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a dragon monster's effect, you get to add an armed dragon card from the deck to the hand. So the idea is you're going to be able to go from 7 and then loop yourself back and then work your way back down to the 3. 3 will give you the random draw and you build on from there. We've got the one Kokimiru Drago. Now the idea behind this one is Malices all want to be playing darks, Blue Eyes are all on lights. So unless you're facing a massive rogue deck, that's when this will become less effective and you can choose to side it in, side it out, do whatever you need to. And that's when you could start looking at the Amorphages, because sometimes the Amorphages you can even put into your Pendulum Zones and that will stop spells being activated. Sometimes it will stop people searching, stop your special summoning, everything like that. But the idea behind this one is you're going to be utilizing your Dragon Ruler of Auroras. This is then going to allow you to copy 2 Dragon Ruler effects, one during your turn, one during your opponent's. One will be the Foolish Burial effect of the titles, and this will then send your Kokimiru Drago. And then during your opponent's turn will be the Revival effect of the Redox, which will then allow you to bring back the Kokimiru Drago, which will ultimately end up locking your opponent down, which is really important. Then for the hand traps, we've got triple Ash Blossom, double Ghost Bell, triple Molchomi Fluoros, and then finally triple Infinite Impermanence. Now I'm half tempted to take out the Imperm, and the benefit of taking out the Imperm and putting in a monster hand trap is that if you are able to use a light, you can start getting more attributes for your spectrals, flickers. If you're going to be using fires, which less so there are, you're probably going to be looking more so at either Effect Veilers, Nibiru's, or maybe going up for a third Ghost Bell, or even a Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill. Can just increase your consistency of having like winds and everything else you might need to for your Tempest or your other Dragon Rulers. So that's it for the entire main deck. Now to show you the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we are on 2 of the brand new Kazmar. Absolutely love this card. I think it looks amazing as well, which all of the new Dragon Rulers do. So this is generic 2 level 7 dragons. Quick effect, you get to send a level 7 Dragon Ruler from the deck to the hand and detach 1 material from this card. This effect becomes that sent monster's effect that discards itself to activate it. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card is in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you get to special summon a level 7 Dragon Ruler monster from the grave or banished. You can only use each effect once per turn. So the idea is during your turn, quick effect, as I've already mentioned, copy Tidal, wherever Tidal may be. There we go. Copy Tidal's effect, that if it has been discarded, this one will allow you to send 1 monster from the deck to the graveyard, and then you'll copy the Redox, wherever Redox may be, whose Redox's discard effect is that if this card is banished, or you discard this card to target a monster in your graveyard to special summon 1 monster into that target. So the other is that's going to be your Monster Reborn, as I've previously mentioned. We've then got 1 Eclipse. You can play 2 if you want to. So again, 2 level 7 dragons. If it is XYZ, you get to target a level 4 or lower Dragon Ruler in your graveyard or banishment and special summon 1 level or rank 7 Dragon Ruler monster that is mentioned on it, that target monster from the deck or banishment, and then shuffle that monster into the deck. When your opponent activates a spell, trap card, or effect, quick effect, you get to detach 2 materials from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, banish that card. Then the Mac Daddy boss monster, will look absolutely incredible, is Disaster Dragon Ruler of all Apocalypses. So this is just 2 rank 7s, so this will require Chasm and Eclipse, or any of your other rank 7s you wish to use. If it's XYZ zones, you get to target up to 4 level 7 Dragon Ruler monsters in your graveyard and or banishment, attach them to this card. Then you can banish all monsters your opponent can field and graveyard with the same attribute as this card's materials, which by the time you make this, it should be light, dark, fire, earth, wind, water, the whole shebang. You can only use the effect once per turn, and then while this card has light, dark, earth, water, fire, and wind Dragon Ruler monsters as its materials, it gains 4,600 attack and defense. Also, it's unaffected by other card effects. You just make it into a fat stack towers. It's basically banish your opponent's entire field. For the other XYZs, we are on the 1 Darkish Dragon Doom Rider. This one is just generic rank 7, but if it has a dragon monster as material, you get it as a quick effect to detach 2 materials and then destroy a card in the field. You got your Big Eye to Steel, Dark Armed Annihilation, and then the Typhon. Pretty standard. That's your flex spots if you do go down a different engine in this side this deck. For the Link monsters, we've got the 1 SP and the 1 Heretic Seals. And then for the Synchros, for the level 7s, we've got the 1 All Eyes Meteor Burst. This can be a little bit more effective if you do involve the Amorphages, because when it's special summoned, you get to target 1 card in your Pension Zone and special summon it. This card can't attack for the rest of the turn, well, that's a big issue. And the monsters your opponent's possession cannot activate their effects during the battle phase, also can be quite useful. But more times than not, what you'll be doing is you'll be making your Bident. Bident will revive from the graveyard. You'd work your way into a Meteor Burst, overlay these 2, that's your Chasm and your Auroras. So nice and easy, you'll double lock what you need to. For the other 7s, we've got the 1 Cully Belt and the 1 Black Rose. So Black Rose just for that option to kind of completely nuke your opponent's field and go from there, or the whole field, and then rebuild from there. And then Cully Belt is another option that if you're going second, rather than going for Black Rose, if you still want to keep the monster on the field, you can summon out the Cully Belt, destroy a card, and move on from that. And then the 1 Transcendent to help you push for that OTK, should you want to end the game that way. Not that you should really need it going through your Dragon Rulers, but sometimes it does happen. So that's it for the entire profile. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to show you that all-important 1 card combo of Adoradora to show you exactly what you can get with your Dragon Rulers. So I'll be back in a second. So here's the 1 card combo for the Dragon Ruler lock. So you can start off by normal summoning the Doradora. On the summon, it will allow you to add a level 4 or lower fire dragon, so you're going to grab yourself the Genroku. Using Genroku's effect, you're going to special summon it down, increasing its level by 1 and treating it as a tuner. You're then going to synchro summon these two together and go into a Bident. Bident Dragon will then allow you to revive the Genroku. You can now use Genroku's effect to tribute it off to special summon from the deck your Pydra. Pydra's effect will then allow you to grab the Sangan Kaiman. Of course, if you do have additional discards in the hand, which you should do as this being your starting hand of 5, of course you can go for the field spell, which you're going to go straight for the Kaiman. Activate the Kaiman to add you your Chandra. Use Chandra's effect, revealing the hand to special summon it, and then synchro both of these together into another level 7. Overlay both of these to get you into the brand new Chasm Dragon Ruler of Aurorus. Then use the effect of the Aurorus, detaching any material from this one, sending your Tidal from deck to the grave, and then cloning the effect so that it becomes send a monster from the deck to the grave, it being the Koki Miru Drago. Then you're going to pass your opponent's turn, and then during your opponent's turn, you're going to use Aurorus effect again, detach your material to then send your Redox, triggering Redox the revival effect, bringing back your Koku Miru Drago, meaning that your opponent cannot special summon light or darks, which is really kind of restricted depending on what they're trying to achieve. And then you still have your 2 Dragon Rulers in the grave, plus your other 4 cards in the hand, which can be back row, it can be disruptors, it can be hand traps, it can be forever extenders to the field, you name it. It just kind of gives you a bit more of an idea of what this deck is trying to do. And then you do have also alternative options depending on what you want to kind of achieve. So thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions, by all means, please put in the comments down below. I will be more than happy to answer them. For now, as absolutely always, stay safe and of course, happy dueling.